Infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot. And this is the full moon energies reading for the full moon in Virgo on March 7th, 2023. Now, these readings are for the energies in and around the full moon on March 7th and leading up until the new moon on March 21st. Now, I have to say that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out. If you would like to get in contact with me, please feel free to drop a comment below in the comments section. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one, and the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated, and I appreciate all of you. I also want to send a big heartfelt sense of gratitude and thank you out to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really does mean so much, and again, thank you so much. I'd also like to remind everybody that you can check out the new moon readings that I offer here. You can also check out the beginning of the month and the mid-month readings that I also offer here at Om Oracle Tarot. All right. Without any further ado, please give us a message for what are the energies in and around the full moon in Virgo on March 7th, 2023. 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. All right. All right, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, the Death card, and at the bottom, we have the 8 of Swords. So it looks like potentials are very high for a good outcome, good response from the universe for whatever you're trying to put into motion during this full moon. As we have the 10 of Pentacles, so this is definitely speaking of long-term success here. So you're kind of planting these seeds for later on in the year, I feel like. And this is, of course, as a collective. We're all kind of doing our own version of this. But also I feel like there is some of these manifestations that have kind of felt like they have been on hold for the last 3 months are going to kind of come in. And this feels like kind of a quick, it's going to come in quickly, and we're going to have to do this reprioritization. And for some of us, having to juggle the responsibilities of these new manifestations coming in. But this is also speaking about being able to roll with the flow here. So I don't feel like this is going to be hard to deal with. And in fact, you're kind of coming off of this rocky ocean and finding solid ground because of this. And this is creating, with the Death card, a profound change. Whatever this is coming in is creating this change. So it's like, when we get a new job, things have to change. When our finances change, things all around us have to change. So it does appear that your manifestation is kind of creating this ripple effect of change. Which is usually the case. This is also an indication of there may be some things that need to be let go of. With this here, there's some things that you just don't have room for, space for. You're already kind of juggling here. So this is the spirit kind of saying that now is a good time to set these things down, because soon you're going to have to set them down. So it's better to be in control of that than be at the whim. But this is definitely a transformative energy And the energies in and around the full moon or the new moon. This is usually 2 days before and 2 days after. So you could even say like the 5 days. Usually it's 4, but do what you will. And then we have the Eight of Swords. So, and I feel like this is kind of what's being put to rest is some of this negative self-talk. For some of us, victimhood, but there's a self-imposed restriction someplace. And I do feel like we will get a little bit more about this, but there's something about this change that you can't see. And like I said, this kind of comes in pretty quick. So you definitely are not going to see that. And I feel like we're going to get a little bit more about this self-imposed restriction as we go. Let's get a little bit more information. Please give us 3 cards for the energies in and around the full moon in Virgo on March 7th, 2023. 3 cards, please. All right. So you are wanting this adventure, but it feels like it might be too much work. It's because you're juggling too much. This is a self-imposed restriction here. And you are walking away from it. So we have the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. So like I said, you are ready for this adventure. You're ready for this abundance that's coming in for you. And when it begins to come in, you are going to kind of feel like, uh-oh. Because you're going to see like this is a lot of work to keep everything in motion that you already have going and kind of take on this new here. And it feels like it's a couple things because this person is trying to keep their balance and to juggle these things here. So this does on the onset look like a lot of work. This is a burden to carry all of these things. So the Spirit again is asking you to set these things down before you might want to prioritize what you want to keep, what you want to set down before they're kind of taken out of your sphere of reality. We have the Five of Swords. So you are walking away from this. Some of these other things. This may create some conflict for some of you with those in your sphere of reality that are depending on you to maintain, keep these things in motion, but you are also prioritizing self, and it's like you got to keep your thing going to be able to help others, and so this is kind of what you're doing. And at the bottom we have the Three of Pentacles. Excuse me. So you are kind of learning as this manifestation comes in, even though it took longer. I feel like it took longer than it really should have, but the universe and the way that the planets were was kind of keeping this manifestation just out of reach for you. But you are kind of looking back and seeing and learning how you did this so that you can repeat it and do this again. You're utilizing this knowledge that you're gaining from this moon to do this again. All right. Please give us please give us 3 cards for what are the energies of the full moon in Virgo on March 7th and leading up until March 21st. What are some things that we need to be mindful of, keep a watchful eye out for, and really take note of here? 3 cards, please. Thank you. All right, we got the Ace of Swords. All right. All right. Okay. All right. We have the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Lust card, the Nine of Wands, 4 of Discs, and the 3 of Wands. So there is this breakthrough of this abundance that's coming for you, this success. And I do feel like it really, it comes in very strongly, very quickly, and it kind of sparks this domino effect for you. This creates kind of an impact of your life. Say if it's kind of what's creating these waves here is this big splash, and you find yourself juggling. You have to get off of this rocky ocean and prioritize stability and your own your own footing here. We have the Nine of Swords here. So initially, and I feel like just in and around the full moon and the new moon too, there's generally some dreams we need to keep a catalog of, a journal of. We need to write these things down, take note of the symbolism, the imagery, how these things made you feel. Because there are some messages coming in for a lot of you here. And for a lot of you, I feel also there is going to be this fear and worry about, can I keep all of these things in motion? The answer is no, you actually can't. And this is why the Spirit is saying you got to kind of itemize what you want to keep here. But you actually can't make this decision until this comes in and you see what you're playing with here. And here we have the lust card. We have Babylon riding the demiurge, I believe. So there is this is definitely something that you have yearned for. It is coming in for you. It is sparking this profound change, and I feel like it has to do with your yearning. It's kind of like you're yearning from, at least before, because the last 3 months have been real funny. You're yearning from this place of lack. When our things aren't working, we begin to yearn from a place of lack. But when this comes in, this yearning is now moving from this place of abundance, this abundance mindset here. And so this is, and in the Rider-Waite-Smith, this is the Justice card. So there is this fairness of getting this and switching these gears. Nobody belongs in a lack mindset. The universe wants everyone to be in an abundance mindset. Um, and again, you're finding more balance because of this too. And for some of you, this might be a very spicy full moon. And then we have the Nine of Wands. We also have two nines here, which I just noticed. So nine is the number of, well, I'm drawing a blank here, attainment. So there is this attainment taking place. The Nine of Wands is speaking of this kind of wounded warrior energy. And this is kind of what I was speaking about earlier with the past 3 months being a little funny style. And this wounded warrior, even though the wounded warrior has a lot of potential, it has most of the wands, the spirit fire, spirit fire, but the identification as this wounded warrior, this is kind of a lack mindset here, and so this is what you're setting down here. This is a test of faith for you, but you keep pushing through this, and this is what makes it click here. Because from the past, you're tattered, you're not torn. And I feel like almost everybody, which the past 3 months has been strange to say the least. It's definitely not an ordinary energy taking place. So it's kind of like when these things happen, it's like this rubber band effect. And the longer this energy stretches out, it's like this rubber band is stretching out until finally it reaches its tension, and then it lets go, and then you end up with this impact of this manifestation here. Things begin to move very quickly as we kind of ride into spring here. Oh, I'm jumping the gun. All right, and we have the Four of Discs. So, and then in this, geez, in this deck they call this card Power. So, again, more stability here. But in our society, wealth, abundance, a lot of times, unfortunately, translates to a certain level of power and freedom in our society. So that this does appear what this moon is offering us. This is the potential here. So you are kind of in this mode, consolidating your energy and kind of figuring out what stays, what goes. And at the bottom we have the Three of Wands. So you are kind of looking ahead, getting a little bit of foresight on what you feel like is not going to go the long haul, or is somehow not connected with where you are headed. And so you're kind of looking at these things rationally and being like, okay, these things gotta go. But when you set these things down, you begin to expand, this profound change here, and you're expanding into spring and summer. All right. Let's consolidate. Let's keep Babylon on top. All right. Please give us 3 cards for how can we best utilize the energies of this full moon in Virgo on March 7th, 2023. How can we utilize these energies on the full moon? Mm-hmm. Well, we have 2 5s out here, so this is again speaking about this change, this profound change, and it's asking us to lean into it. We have another 9 here. So again, lean into this change. This is what allows us for this attainment of this. So we have the 5 of chalices, the 9 of chalices, the 6 of swords, the 5 of swords, interesting, and the 6 of chalices. So we also have 2 sixes. So you are persevering. We as a collective are persevering. We have been. We're keeping it pushing. Very interesting with the 2 5s, 2 6s, the 9s. Anyway, so we have the 5 of chalices. This is 5 of cups. Generally, this is speaking of pessimism, regret, things like this. I'm not necessarily getting that. Yes, just like every moon cycle, just every day, there is another layer of shadow to process, and the full moons are a good time to get into these things, because the light of the moon, especially if you're out under the moon, can really illuminate a lot for you, and that would seem silly, but it is actually true. There's a vibrational exchange between you and the moon. But definitely there is this shadow, and you are kind of looking back a little bit. And I kind of feel like as this kind of comes in, you are kind of looking back initially with this regret mode, this lack mindset here. And so the Spirit is kind of asking you to kind of switch gears here and move into this 9 of chalices type of energy. Yes, the past is gone. There's really nothing we can do about it. Lamenting over it does not change anything. It just kind of overshadows our present moment, which has the potential to be this 9 of cups here. So this satisfaction, this dream come true, these types of things here. So the Spirit is also asking you in this full moon energy, and like I said, a couple days before, a couple days after, embody this celebration. Every moment is this celebration, and you're living it. But a lot of times, and we are all doing it, a lot of times we're looking around and saying, it's not good enough. But if we can kind of lean into this type of vibration, doctors have studied, and it's proven that if you smile, even if you are not necessarily in the best mood, over a few minutes, your body begins to release the chemicals as though you are happy, because your body is doing it. And so your chemical system is mimicking what your body is doing. It's like body posture. If you are kind of slumped over, generally, this is kind of an indication of internal things, of course, but this all plays a role. It's like how you feel is like how you appear outside, and how you appear outside is what your body begins to then produce these effects. And so this is what the Spirit is asking you to do, is kind of switch this gear here. And again, with the 6 of Swords, now on this card, this person is moving from the shadow into the light, from the lack into the abundance, from the shadow into the party, into the celebration. And with the Six of Swords, this is definitely speaking of this transition. There's a rite of passage taking place during this moon. And the Six of Swords is also talking about the importance of letting go of these burdens, these things we actually can't keep in motion. And we have again the Five of Swords here. So you are walking away from this self-imposed restriction here and finding victory as you set these things down that you really can't carry. So you are finding victory in this conflict during the new moon if you can switch over into this celebratory mode. Even if initially it's a put on, your body will begin to produce the chemicals to fit the put on. And then what does it matter? You feel great. And then we have the Six of Chalices. So this is now generally the Six of Cups is talking about don't go back to the past. Don't go back to this regret. This is a new day. The cycles are changing. So definitely not going back, but also moving forward with this innocence and joy, like this children. There are a few children here on the. So moving forward with this childlike energy, this childlike wonder about the moon and the magic of it and the magic of your manifestation and the magic that is you. All right. Please give us 3 cards for how can we best harness the energies of this full moon in Virgo on March 7th, 2023. All right, we have another 9 of Wands. Judgment. All right, one more. Another 2 of Pentacles. All right. At the bottom, we have the King of Cups. All right. So, with the 9 of Wands again, definitely there is this kind of wounded warrior energy here, but there's also this perseverance. So the Spirit is saying, keep going, keep pushing. And I feel like you are, but the Spirit is wanting you during this full moon, and again, a couple days before, a couple days after, persevere through these shadows. Like I said, it's part of this persevering is putting on this happy face and intentionally moving from darkness to light here. And here we have the Judgment card. So this is definitely a rebirth for you. And as a collective, this is kind of a moment of redemption after the past couple months. This is in part because this past couple months, because it has been strange and challenging, this has caused us collectively to kind of look within and seek this divine guidance, if you will, the guidance of the spirits, the ancestors. And so we're really moving into this renewal energy for spring into summer. And again, lean into this transition. Lean into this transition from darkness to light. We have the 2 of Pentacles here. Again. So this is the Spirit asking you to prioritize this movement, making the intention and taking these steps to move from the darkness to the light. Um, and really embody. And now this Two of Pentacles is a little different, as these people here are almost now I don't know the actual story behind this piece of art, but to me it looks like these people are celebrating. So again, prioritizing this celebratory vibrance over this lament to the past, because things are changing. There's only going to be so much time left for you to lament the past. So again, these are one of these things that's just best to set it down so that you can move forward in a strong way. Because I feel like if we're attached to this lack, it's like this manifestation comes in and it's just out of reach if we're in this lack mindset. So this is why the Spirit is asking us to go from this shadow to the light here, into this celebration here. And at the bottom we have the King of Cups here. So there's definitely having a level of compassion for ourselves. Now, whenever, if you're doing any level of ritual or things like this, you definitely want to stay emotionally balanced, stay on your square, in your circle, whatever. But there is this energy. There is somewhat of an antagonistic energy that's kind of floating under the surface here. And it's a little unclear. As we have various cards indicating conflict, you are being victorious over this conflict. And like I said, there might be some people who are not happy to see you prioritize yourself. So this is also asking you, the best way that you can deal with this is to be very business about it. Try not to get too in the emotions about it when dealing with this conflict energy, whether this be people or this internal conflict, and be, like the King of Cups says, very diplomatic. You're being diplomatic with others. You're also being diplomatic with yourself and being like, okay, this is best for the royal we if if I lean into this more vibrant energy here. All right, please give us 3 cards for what are the energies in and around the full moon in Virgo on March 7th and leading up until March 21st. What would you like us to know about this full moon? All right. 3 cards, please. Thank you. Page of Pentacles. Two more cards, please. Right. 6 of Wands. Jeepers. Oh my gosh. All right. Set it here for right now. So we have the Page of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, the Star card, and at the bottom we have the 3 of Swords. So this is marking this beginning for us as a collective. I feel like this is almost like an energetic reset, if you will. It's like a reboot and upgrade for us. And it's like when things come back online, you realize that you have this manifestation headed your way. So again, this is a kind of unexpected. It's almost, I get the feeling like almost you had stopped hoping for whatever this is as a collective. Now that it's going to be different for everybody, of course. Um, but there is a lot of opportunities that come from this. Um, I feel like we are resisting setting whatever these other things are. There's a change. It's like there is a sense of someone becoming anew here. Uh, and it's like these things of the past. This might be old identifications for some of you, of how you identify yourself are changing. You might be changing from identifying yourself as the body to the soul. So there is this kind of change in the air for you. And there's definitely, and this is kind of like you looking at this manifestation, this 10 of Pentacles that has come in, and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, this person's like biting their hand, or they're just like in awe of that this came in. And is starting this new path. It's like this person was not necessarily ready to start this new path right this second, but the universe has other plans. We have the Six of Wands. So this definitely has you kind of riding high, whatever this win is. You're feeling very confident. This also kind of changes how you move forward and through the world, and then in turn how the world responds to you. And I feel like your community, whatever this is for you, this could be community, family, friend group, are really kind of rallying around your success here, and you're kind of being honored in this way. And we have the Star card. So again, this is a lot of renewal energy. Like I said, this is kind of this reboot that everybody is kind of being given, whether they want it or not. It's here. So I feel like this is exactly what you need to get you on to your true purpose. And I feel like a lot of you might not even know what that is yet, and a lot of people don't. So there's no shame in not knowing what your purpose is. Sometimes people go to college when they're in their early 20s to be one thing, just to go back when they're 30 and 40 to become another thing. So, but this is setting you on a course towards your true purpose in life here. So it's like, I feel like for a lot of us, we're not going to see what that is until closer to the end of spring, summertime. But this gives us so much hope for the future. It's like we can kind of have a little sigh of relief here. It's different. The last 3 months kind of most likely have been for you, and this has you feeling very good, feeling healthy emotionally, physically, spiritually. Things feel kind of on point after this moon, and leading up until the new moon. At the bottom, we have the Three of Swords here. So it's like this energy is kind of in contrast to this, and it's similar to this shadow to the celebration, this darkness to the light. This riding high, new path renewal, and at the bottom we have this emotional pain here. So this is not to underplay. There is going to be some grief in this reprioritization for some of us. And for others of us, just the proposition, the idea that this has come in gives us some emotional grief, because we're like, again, I can't juggle all these things. I can't do all of this, but this is my dream. I have to do this. So that means I have to let some things go. Ouch. This is where that pain comes from. All right. Alrighty. All right. What would you like to leave everyone with? What would you like us to know about the full moon in Virgo on March 7th and leading up until the new moon on March 21st? What would you like us to know? 3 cards, please. What is going on? All right. Too many. Well, if they're meant to come out, it'll come back out again. All right. So this is a little bit more painful than... Oh my gosh. Why can't I pick these up? If this happens to any of you who are also readers with this tiny tarot deck where you can't pick it up off the table, leave a comment, because I would really like to know that that's not just me. All right. All right. We have the Hermit card, the 3 of Swords, the King of Wands, and at the bottom we have the 10 of Swords. So this 3 of Swords is definitely causing you to do some soul searching, and I feel like this is very difficult to cut some of these things out that you have in motion, and a lot of this has to do with the fact that they are tied to other people's success. But again, like I said at the beginning, it's kind of time to prioritize you, which other people are, of course, they don't want to hear that. So you may find yourself kind of pulling back a little bit during this next 2 weeks, and kind of spending time alone to kind of process these kind of heavy emotions around releasing some of this stuff. And I feel like these are kind of responsibilities that are being juggled, and it's just like you just can't do all of it. And your dream is here, so it's like something has to give. But it does cause some level of pain for you. The Hermit is also speaking about meditation, so definitely meditation can help you sift through these things and find more stability within yourself. But you are shining a light onto these shadows. And so this grief that's tied to letting these things go is also one of these shadows. So it's like you're shining the light on a shadow that is just kind of being created here. That's where you get them, is right when they start here. And then we have the King of Wands here. So again, with this vibration of honor here. So I feel like you are honoring this path. You're honoring what you're being gifted from the universe. And as you walk away from these things in the past, you're also honoring the other person. You're not doing it in a funny style way, but you are being kind of direct and like, this is what I have to do. I want what I want, and this is my opportunity to get it. I hope you understand this type of thing, um, because you have this vision. It's like when this comes in, you kind of know. It's like things kind of click into gear, and you just know. And so there is this ending of this old, and this is going to be a little bit painful. This is could be a little emotional for some of you. And on the moon cycle, that's usually to be expected. But there is an ending here, and it is a little bit painful. But like the death card, this ending is also marking this new beginning, and this is a lot of times overlooked in this card. Jeez, is that this person, they're done. they're well done here, but this person is showing the hand sign of the blessing. So this is also marking this blessing of this new beginning here. But the ending had to take place for the new beginning. All right. Oh boy, so we have some wild repeaters here. We've got the third two of Pentacles here, and I can see that the Knight of Wands is underneath there. So 2 is definitely the number of choice. So there's some choices that the universe is asking you to make, and some of them are going to be hard choices. But again, you're stepping into this adventure here. This gives you the juice to take inspired action towards your purpose, even if you don't know what it is. Whatever you are using this for, to step forward towards, do know that your purpose is just right on the other side of this. And this isn't like your purpose. This is like your life's mission. And it's like, it's right there. So there's definitely curiosity about the future, and there's some curiosity about the past too. Of like, how did this work? How did I make this happen? How did I co-create with the universe to make this happen? And so you are looking over your notes. You might even be looking up planetary correspondence, moon cycles, these types of things all play a role in this. So you are definitely doing some research surrounding how you did this. So you're looking back in your journals. So there's a definite studious vibe that kind of comes out of this. And you are persevering with the 7 of Wands here. So again, the universe is saying, just keep pushing. And it's like, it's like something's wanting me to say, you're almost there. Just keep pushing. You're almost there. So, all right. I think we'll leave that there. And I can see it, so I have to mention it. And it's a major arcana. Death card. Keep pushing. There's profound change coming. Keep pushing into this transformation, into this transition. Lean into it. And figure out what you got to let go of. All right. Interesting read. All right. Well, I hope this reading finds you well. I want to send everyone a lot of love and encouragement for this full moon cycle. Should be interesting. So if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. It really does mean so much. And again, you are truly most appreciated. And everyone, I'll catch you on the next go-round. Peace.